Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. This one is for the unboxing and overview of Ant-Man. So it took a little while, but I finally got it. It's supposed to initially release like a few weeks ago, but finally got it from a local game store. Let's hopefully get everything open here. So there's the cards. Let's go through this first. Alright, so, that made this tiny. Alright, welcome to the world of microscopic science and adventure. Welcome to the Microverse. Ant-Man and Wasp are world-renowned adventurers, two of the original founding Avengers. Together they fight for justice for the Avengers' greatest victories and their most terrifying defeats. Far beyond size-changing heroes, Ant-Man and Wasp can actually shrink down to subatomic size, entering a strange microverse of quirks. And I don't know how to say that word. Okay, so we got Ant-Man, Hank Pym. Let's see. So we got size changing. I'm not going to read all this. We have size changing is back. So it's back in a couple of the other sets. So here's an example. You can recruit. So size changing. If it's size changing red, you can recruit this card for 2 less if you played any red cards this turn. Likewise, if there's a villain that has size changing, it's -2 attack if you play the cards. In this case, it was black. Note. For a typical size changing card, it doesn't matter how many heroes of that class you play, it only matters if you played any of that class or not. Also, your recruiting size change doesn't do anything else on the card. But here's a new word, microscopic size changing. Alright, so some heroes and villains say, okay, so you can recruit this card for 2 less for each one of the cards you play this turn. So in this particular example, it's size changing 3, so if you play 3 tech heroes, it's -6. If you played 2 tech heroes, it costs 4. If you played 3 or more, it costs 6. Playing a 4th card wouldn't reduce this any further since there's only 3 icons in particular. The second twist is that microscopic size change can actually reduce the card's recruit cost and even to a negative number. So when you recruit a microscopic size changing card with a negative cost, you actually gain that many recruit points. So if something is microscopic size changing 5 and you have, but it's cost 5 but has 3 of the icon and you play 3 cards, then it's -6, so you get +1 recruit, and that one card costs essentially free because it's negative. And then the same with attack, so you can bring attack and then gain attack based on it. So it's the same exact thing. Alright, we have empowered, which is another new keyword. So this keyword represents heroes and villains who draw power from ambient energy, technology, or superpowers around them. Some heroes say like you get empowered by strength. This means get +1 for each strength card in the HQ. So pretty straightforward. Likewise, so villains and masterminds are empowered, which is the same thing. Excuse me, they get +1. Let's see. As cards leave out of the HQ, you get stronger and weaker. You can check the attack bonus at the moment you play the empowered hero. Okay, one clever move is to recruit a hero from the HQ at the right time, changing the color in the HQ to a weakened and empowered enemy, or try to strengthen an empowered hero in your hand. Some even have doubled or tripled empowered, which means +2 or +3 for each appropriate card in the HQ. A multicolor card or divided card for each set counts if either half is the correct color. For example, if empowered by red or green, blue or green, the ability you get +1 for red and blue, or a card that's yellow and green. However, a blue and green card only give you +1. So that's interesting. Okay, we have Chivalrous Duel. You can fight an enemy with a single hero name. So that's interesting. So you can only fight, if you fight a bad guy with Ant-Man, you can only, and it has Chivalrous Duel, you can only use Ant-Man cards. You can't use multiple different heroes for attacks. So that's interesting. Okay, you can't use, You can't use attack that's not a hero card, including microscopic, size changing, shards, tactics. Okay, cool. You can use attacks from artifacts or other sets with the right hero name, since those are hero cards. And the setup with lots of Chivalrous Duel, like fighting Morgan Le Fay or the Skiing Pool, or you want to build a deck around just 1 or 2 heroes. And then there's some card for clarification in Ultron. So this Mastermind's ability puts heroes to a threat analysis pile. He says Ultron is empowered by each color in the threat analysis pile, which means he gets +1 for each card in the HQ that matches any color among all the cards in HQ. It doesn't matter whether he has 1 or 3 blue cards, he gets +1. Okay, let's go ahead and open these up. So I like the small sets when they come like this, because then all the cards are already ordered, so we can just go in order for everything. So let's see here. Getting this plastic off. Okay, let's throw that over there. So, okay, we're gonna go look at it. Okay, there's Ant-Man first. Let's go through Ant-Man. So, alright, we got size changing. So, it's a pretty easy, nice card. You gotta draw a card. So, if you play Tech Heroes, it costs 2. It's really good. So, that's a common. His other common, Risky Science. Microsoft size changing 3 tech. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. So, in this case, it's like if you have 3 Tech Heroes, he costs -1 to recruit, so you actually gain a recruit for recruiting him. So, nice, nice. Okay. We have Giant Ego, Ant-Man, size changing. You get +1 for each extra card you draw this turn. And then finally we have Pym Particles. Microsoft size changing 5 tech. The hero in the HQ with no size changing gains size changing tech this turn. Interesting. So this card, he seems to work really well with like Amadeus Cho from World War Hulk. Like they're black and green, and he draws cards. I think that'd be well. He's got some yellow, I believe, too. But he would work really well with that, or possibly even the Hulk. What's it called? The Champions Hulk. So interesting. Okay, so he's all about drawing cards. Okay, let's see what we got here. So Wasp. So microscopic size changing, and if you play another red hero, you get plus. So this is really cool because this will cost you. I mean, this will be cheap to get, and then if you have red hero, she's 3 attacks, so she's really powerful. That's really good. Okay, let's see. We have Tiny Wing Justice. So it's our 2 recruit, and it's a draw card. This is really good. Yeah, her cards are pretty solid so far. Okay. Size change, you get +1 for each card you recruited this turn. So she's about recruiting stuff. So, and then finally we got Founding Avenger Wasp. Microscopic size changing, so she could potentially cost -1. You get +1 for each other Avenger card you play this turn. So she seems pretty powerful. And she's got Jocasta and Wonder Man in there. Nice. Yeah, she seems pretty powerful though. So I'm really looking forward to using that card. Next we have, let's see here, Jocasta, which I've never heard of her prior to this. So she's got Empower, so you get empowered by tech. So that can be, pretty strong. Okay. If your discard pile is empty, you get +2 recruit. Otherwise, shuffle your discard pile into your deck. That's actually pretty crazy. It's kind of cool because she's got cards that are like Shang-Chi, which have to do with the discard pile being empty. So it's going to be kind of cool to have another kind of card that does that effect. Size changing, and this is just draw 2 cards, so pretty straightforward there. And then finally, her rare, which is Electromagnetic Eye Beams. And if your discard pile is empty, you get +2. Otherwise, shuffle your discard pile into your deck. So pretty solid. It's a 5 attack card, and then you can potentially be 7. So yeah, it's pretty good. She's black and blue for her colors. Okay, we got Wonder Man next. Oh, I grabbed his card right. Okay. All right, Wonder Man. So choose one, draw a card, get empowered by green. So this could be really good just because he's a 2-cost card, so he could be pretty strong, especially if you play with a lot of green cards. We have Ionic Energy. You may put a card from the HQ on the bottom of the hero deck. You get empowered by by blue. Okay, so that can kind of just shuffle through kind of force your way through the hero deck. Here is his uncommon. Put a card from the HQ on the bottom of the hero deck. If it had a star icon, you get 3 recruit. If it had okay, cool. This would be cool because when I was reading about him, he would work really well with Nova, also from Champions, because he has like a lot of cards that are both these. Nova's rare has to do with having cards with both icons, or having as many cards with icons that he's both red and he's both blue and green. So we just work really well. So they work really well together, I think. And then here's his rare. Size changing, and then choose any number of cards from HQ, put them on the bottom of the hero deck. Then you get empowered by blue and green. So he could be really strong. So yeah, he seems like a pretty strong card. Alright, let's see. We have finally we have Black Knight. So we've got empowered by the color of your choice. So that would just work whichever way you need it to. Return a 0-cost card from your discard pile to your hand. Huh. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I mean, it says 0-cost cards. You could have a wound or whatever. I don't know. I mean, it's just wounds in the shield cards, so seems okay. Let's see. When a Master Strike is played, before it takes effect, you may discard this card. If you do, draw 3 cards at the end of your turn. That's really cool. And then finally, we have a rare, the Ebony Blade. You get plus attack equal to the printed attack of a villain in your victory pile. So, you know, if you kill something strong, you can take something. You could probably get something for 3 or 4 attack, which wouldn't be too bad, but, you know, there are other things out there. Okay, so first villain group we have is Ultron's Legacy. So we've got Ultron Robotics, Microsoft is Changing 3, and then KO When Your Hero, so pretty straightforward. Original Ultron 1, powered by Blue, and then you KO When Your Heroes, pretty straightforward. I don't even know how to say this name. Alchema? I don't know, it looks like a crazy robot. KO card from discard pile, empowered by Yellow. Okay. This is empowered by Black, Legions of Ultron. So they're all empowered by different colors. Powered by Red, here we go. Crimson Cowl. Captures a bystander. This one's just draw a card. Okay. Ooh, Brutish Ultron 14. Powered by Green. Each player reveals a green hero, gains a wound. Ultron Prime, Future Ultron Prime, double empowered. Ambush all non-black heroes from the HQ. Put all non-black. Okay, so he gets strong with tech heroes. Oop, I just dropped. I always have to drop something. Then the last one is Ultron Pym. So Microsoft size changing a hero in the HQ with no size changing ability gains size changing this turn. Okay, cool. So seems pretty interesting. Some of these could be potentially very strong. Alright. The other villain group is the Queen's Vengeance. Queen's Vengeance here. So Blackbird, I think this is supposed to be Falcon. Yeah, I don't know. KO When Your Hero, Chivalrous Duel. This is Daystar. Real top card of your deck, you may KO it. We've got Gigantus, which I think is supposed to be Ant-Man. Size changing. Green a bunch. KO When Your Heroes. Iron Knight, which obviously is Iron Man. Each player reveals a tech hero, gains a wound. These all have Chivalrous Duel. Well, most of them do. Mored the Evil. Choose a card from your discard pile. The player to your right gains it. Huh. Interesting. Pixie. This one must be Wasp. Reveal a red hero or play another card from the villain deck. Star Knight. KO a card from your discard pile. And then Yeoman America, which is Captain America, obviously. You get +1 for each color of hero you have, including gray. So that, yeah, fits the theme of Captain America. So those don't seem too bad. And then now we have the Masterminds. Oh, and we do get Epic. Nice. Okay, so we have Ultron here. So he's a 9 attack, and his Master Strike is each player reveals a tech hero or puts a non-gray hero from the discard pile into a threat analysis pile next to Ultron. Ultron is empowered by each color in this pile. So he could potentially be +5. And then Epic Ultron, he's triple empowered. Holy crap. He's 10 and he's triple empowered. So then here is Tactics. Put top 3 cards in the hero deck and then threat analysis pile. Each other player in turn reveals a tech hero or puts Ultron's legacy villain from their victor pile into the escape empty city space. This is each other player reveals their hand and discards each card with the same name as any card in Ultron's threat analysis pile, and then you may gain a hero from Ultron's threat analysis pile. Okay, cool. So he seems pretty fun to fight against. I'll have to try. I'll probably try him first when I do the playthrough for this set. The other Mastermind is Morgan Le Fay. So she's 7. She's got Chivalrous Duel. Each player reveal a red hero gains a 0-cost hero or gains a 0-cost hero or KOs a wound from the KO pile. From the KO pile. Oh, that kind of sucks. So you try to get rid of wounds and she gives them back to you. The Epic version, each player in turn gains a wound, then gains a 0-cost hero from the KO pile. Well, that sucks. And she's 9. And then her Tactics. For the rest of the game, players take turns in the opposite order around the table. That seems interesting. Each player discards a red hero or gains a wound. You get +4 usable to recruit only blue or red. And then each other player in turn KOs a non-gray hero from the discard pile, then gains a card from the KO pile that has a lower cost. So, okay, interesting. I think the changing the order is a funny effect. Okay, and then finally we have the schemes. So the first scheme is transform computers into giant ants. Commuters into giant ants. So twist, each setup is a twist equal to the number of players plus 6. And then stack this twist next to the scheme. Then for each twist in the stack, put a bystander face down next to the mastermind. It's a 2 attack giant ant villain. When you fight one, rescue as a bystander. And then when there are 10 giant ants next to the mastermind, evil wins. Then we have Age of Ultron, 11 twist. And then with 4 to 5 players, add another hero. Put the top card of the hero deck next to the scheme as an evolution pile. Then the twist enters the city as an evolved Ultron villain. Evolved Ultrons have 4 attack and are empowered by each color in the evolution pile. They're worth 6 victory points. And then when 7 evolved Ultrons are in the city and/or escape pile. So that seems pretty cool. And then we have Pull Earth into Medieval Times, 9 twist. Twists 1 through 6. Until the start of the next turn, all villains and masterminds everywhere have Chivalrous Duel. 7 through 9, each player puts a villain from the victory pile into the discard and escape pile, and then when 3 villains per player have escaped. Oh, oops, sorry. So I guess if you each player, so you're forced on 7, 8, and 9 to put villains in, so you lose unless you don't have enough villains. So that's interesting. Sorry about the dogs. And then finally, we have Trap Heroes in the Microverse. So there are 11 twists. Add all 14 cards of an extra hero into the villain deck. Heroes in the villain deck are microscopic villains with attack equal to the printed cost. They have size changing for their color and no other abilities while they're in the city. When you fight one, choose any player to gain it as a hero. And then twist, you play 2 cards from the villain deck, and then evil wins when 3 villains per player have escaped or the villain deck runs out. So that right there is the Ant-Man overview. I'll try to get a gameplay up next week. I'm moving, so it might not be till after I move, but I'll get this up later today. So appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys in another video. Bye!